Hotep Senu, Ina Senut, ET, then E, Shakandugu Kemet. Hope you're doing well, brothers and sisters. Hopefully the connection will be good because it's an update. Quality seems to be all right. So this is a question and answers session as well as a free talk. So feel free. You have the calling link in the description box. Let me know what's good. Let me know what's up with you. I'd love to hear from you. Feel free, brothers and sisters. Any questions that you may have or any statement that you would like to make, anything that you agreed with or anything that you disagree with, feel free. Want to talk about culture, history, language, feel free. If you have any questions about the Medunet chat, feel free. What's good with you? Now, let me know where you are located. Let me know where you stay. Let me know where you're from. Just come and holler at me, okay? Let me know this the quiet myself. But it sounds like it's breaking up. Let's see. It sounds like it's breaking up. Well, no, sound is not breaking up, but it sounds a little bit like I'm a bit far away. Well, we'll see how it goes. Let me know how it is on your end. You know what I would try some. Oh, phone's on. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Coming in, family. I want to check this this internet quality right now. It should be 5G, really. So don't holler at me. Just want to see how the quality is. A few seconds. I can see myself. But the quality is not bad actually. Better than usual. So the visual is better than usual. Now the sound might be something else. Better than usual. So visual is better than usual. Now the sound is not great. So let's see. It will be better with the headset. So we have what you have to be here. Yeah. Can I do it from here? Yes, I can do it from here. So we have Robert Ram wrote Hotel. Hotel to you. Oh, we have Mr. Sharp as well. What's up? See, it takes time. Usually I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience, so I just bounce when there's nobody. But I guess I need to have more patience to allow people to come in. Notification might take longer than I thought. So Mr. Sharp is a regular. Robert Ram, I don't recall. Maybe he came in before. Feel free to tell me where you're from and feel free to ask me questions if you have any or make any statements if you have any. Brothers, I have shared the calling link, so if you like to call in, feel free. I will try to plug this thing so for real. That's a joke. For real. How is the sound? Okay, Robert Brown is from New York City. How is the sound? Great, really? Sounds good. All right. I'll try, I guess, next time to plug that in, but I can't plug it in right now because I have the case, protective case for the phone. So Robert Ron wrote excellent, sound loud and clear. Okay, that's good. Well, thank you for letting me know. Now, brothers and sisters, feel free. Come on, let's talk. Come holler at me. Yeah, it looks. To remove this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, let's do it this way. Mr. Sharp is asking, did you hear about how that famous Nefertiti bust was a fake? I'm of the opinion that it's a fake. The number one reason why is because, unless I'm wrong, it is anonymous. Her name is not written on it. And from what I read years ago, it suddenly appeared all of a sudden. Well, suddenly appeared all of a sudden, repetitive, but I don't remember if he was found allegedly on a uh, warehouse or workshop. I mean, workshop. But it's anonymous. There are a few depictions of Nefertiti, and she doesn't look like the one we see on the bust. Now, I have uploaded a video from the Ashmolean Museum in Oxford, England, where we have one of those depictions of Nefertiti. Of course, in Kemet, there will be others, but when I went back then, 2012, we were not allowed to film nor to take pictures inside of the museums, but it has changed now. I have a brother who's taking the Medonature classes, and he's over there, and he's the one who let me know that now we can take pictures over there. So next time I go, I will have a field day or field week, depending on how long I'll go. Now, Aliyah Banks wrote, "Hey, I've heard great things about you. Peace and blessings. Today, I began my journey of learning about the Kamitic legacy. I'm reading Sacred Woman, Queen Afua. Can you brief me about her?" Well, I'm glad that you heard great things about me. If you don't mind me asking, who told you about me? Um, I don't know much about Queen Afua. I've heard her name, but I really don't know much about her. I haven't read any of her work, so I cannot brief you about her. I'm glad you started your journey of learning the Kemetic legacy, and if you are interested, I'm giving Metal Nature classes, and the flyer is just right there, right there. So I love doing that, and in quite a short time, people will be able to read from original artifacts from stelas and so on, and that took me years. Now, Lionheart wrote, "What do you think? What do you think about the book of the Khalid Muhammad?" Well, it's a biography. We learn a few things. Well, I learned a few things I didn't know. Most of the thing in that book I knew about because I've been watching a lot of Khalid's tape, and over the years I have researched the NOI therapy because particularly I was challenged by someone who is, well, last I heard he was a student minister, but he was once a personal advisor to Fair Khan, and he's a PhD. And a lot of people know that back then in 2011, he challenged me to a debate, publicly challenged me, and I accepted, and then he backed down. So I've, 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 I've studied a fair bit about the NOI, so I knew a little something about Khalid. And the book is not bad, that biography of Khalid is not bad, not bad. Chapters are short, but it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. So there are a lot of chapters. Yeah. Now we have. Oh, I'm going to use another method because this way, still, bear with me. Yeah, sure. I'm going to fix this. Wait. Okay. Struggle for a few seconds. Bear with me. Uh, the stabilizer, and it's the first time I'm using it. So, some of you have seen the damage of my baby girl on the wall. It loves tearing down. So, Mr. Sharp wrote, they say it was commissioned by Ludwig Borchardt, French guy. But what is that they say it was commissioned? I don't really understand that statement. No, and again, wait, this way. Oh, it's not. Obviously. Oh, the Nefertiti best. Okay, I see. Well, I don't really know, but it's anonymous. So it's all good for them to say it's Nefertiti. What makes them say so? Now, Mr. Sharp wrote, I actually learned a lot about the whole Anwar movement and how it was a branch of Fard Muhammad and Ahmadiyya movement. Very interesting stuff. Well, actually, to my knowledge, this is the first book written by a PhD regarding the NOI from a non-member of the NOI. I haven't finished it yet. And before that, there's that one that I've finished, but unfortunately, not many sources, not many references, which is a shame. But that guy is quoted by the PhD that I just showed you a few seconds ago. Now, who don't nobody want to call in? I don't mind reading the comments, but it will be much quicker. Let me share the calling link. Yeah, it's on the pinned comment, but calling link. You can use your smartphone. You can use your PC. You can use your tablet. Feel free. Now, Sister Aaliyah Banks, you're still here. I'm curious, who told you about me? Or if you read about me, where was it? But most likely, someone told you about me. Well, Mr. Sharp wrote, oh, yeah, that's his other alias, right? I don't know who you're talking about right now. worry about moving that thing. There's an option to block it. It's moving. Okay, it's staying still now. Well, at least I know that the quality is good. So the 5G makes a huge difference. Was there any static ever since I started? So that's an improvement. As for the sound, next time I will try to start with the headphones and oh, Mr. Shaba's calling.
What's up, man?
Hotel brother.
How you doing? Hotel.
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm a little bit under the weather because I just had the second COVID shot, but you know,
Oh,
yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing better.
oh, that's good.
But yeah, the whole thing about Farad Muhammad was pretty interesting. I guess man, I was looking at a lecture from Fatima Farsi.
I do see it.
Yeah, and she was talking about how he basically came through like during the like late 19th century, early 20th century. I guess this was what the whole Ahmadiyya movement was based. Well, I mean that's when it started. It was basically in India actually, and it was like a response to like the British colonialism. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. I was just checking the sound on my other phone just to make sure that the sound is good.
Oh, okay. So it was in response to I guess the British colonialism, and they sent missionaries over to America, I guess, to kind of convert people to Islam and garner support against, I guess, that whole like oppressive, because it was in, British India. They wanted like people like support from the U.S. and they ended up, that the white Christian population ended up rejecting them, but the only people who kind of like embraced it after a while was because of like and I guess Farad came around like after World War II, and there was like a lot of anti-Asian policies, and I guess the only people who, uh, embraced their whole movement, the spread of Islam was like the black community, and it was pretty interesting. Which was
Well, Brenda Fanucci, um, she wrote that book about Fah Muhammad, um, Fah Muhammad, the historical context, and then the title is a bit longer, but the book hasn't been released yet. I sent her an email years ago, and she told me that she's looking for a publisher or something like that.
oh,
So,
who's looking for publishing?
Brent, I forgot the first name, Fanucci, the lady you
Fanucci.
mentioned.
Okay, yeah,
What's her first name again?
Fatima.
Yes, Fatima, Fatima
Yeah.
Fanucci. And actually, John Andrew Morrow, not Monroe. He quotes her. He quotes her.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you read her full book or some part of it. Is it breaking up now? Is there any static now when I'm talking?
No, I can hear you.
Okay, all right. And so I don't know when her book will be released, but they will probably come to not the same conclusions, but like with this book here by Dr. A.K. Arian, a lot of things are said there, also said. or
Doctor.
touched on by
Doctor.
John Andrew Morrow.
That's his
But there
name.
were indeed some anti-Asian sentiment,
Right.
and it might be the reason why he came up with this uh, white people being the devil and America this and that. But there was also some Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
It's no secret that the Japanese and the Americans, they were not really on good terms.
Right.
So there was one Japanese guy. His name escapes me, but he had some paper, he had some money.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot the name of the movement. He ultimately got kicked out of America. But it
Uh,
was there for a while. There was some organization with some rhetoric, some anti-American rhetoric.
right.
America was supposed to fall, to go down, and so on. So when it comes to Fard Muhammad, he had so many alliances,
Mm-hmm.
and there are a lot of points that shows that he was most likely from India/Pakistan. And Paul Guthrie was right. I don't know if you've seen Paul Guthrie's video called "Get on Board the Wheel."
Get on board. What's the guy's name?
Paul Guthrie. So Paul, just like the Apostle Paul, Paul, and then Guthrie is spelled Guthrie. And the title of the video is "Get on Board the
Mm-hmm.
Wheel." It's available on YouTube.
Get on
I
board.
don't know why, but Paul Guthrie has removed his videos. He had plenty of videos then. So it's very interesting. Now, the one that's available is part one. I think ultimately there were like at least four parts, but there
Yeah.
were more than one.
It was
But
really
the part one is very nice. It's very
part
nice, very interesting. As a matter of fact,
I don't know what happened. If you guys can hear me or not.
yeah, I've had some connection,
Uh-oh.
so I was waiting. And okay, that's it is back now. So yes, Dr. Wassim Mohammed challenged Paul Guthrie, and Paul Guthrie accepted.
Mm-hmm.
And then Wesley Muhammad was like soon, and soon turned out to be years.
Yeah.
And then most recently, Paul Guthrie was still able, or I'm sorry, still willing to debate Wesley Muhammad. But Wesley Muhammad did not want to use the term debate. He wanted to use the term discussion. So Paul Guthrie was like, either we have a debate or so ultimately after a few years, Wesley Muhammad made a series of videos allegedly trying to refute Paul Guthrie, but honestly, I didn't look at it because he has a habit of backing down.
And what was Guthrie's point?
Well, if you look at some of the things that are mentioned in the lessons, the student enrollment, the English lesson, what some people refer to as the 120, there
Oh,
are
right.
indications that he was actually from India, but he has other. I'm sorry. He showed different arguments as well. One of them being that he wrote in Urdu. Now, Urdu is a language spoken in Pakistan/India
Mm.
with the Arabic script.
Okay.
And our people in America, during the time of Muhammad, most of our people did not understand were not able to speak Arabic, so they wouldn't have been able to make the difference between Urdu and Arabic. Names of Shabazz is a name that is found in India. And when I
Oh.
say India, that includes Pakistan, India slash Pakistan. It was once the same territory, and then it was a split ultimately because the Muslims wanted to have their own area, their own territory. So Shabazz is a place found in India. Prophet Muhammad gave the name Kalat to Elijah Muhammad's brother. Kalat is also the name of a place in India. There are so many things like that, so many things like that.
Interesting.
But the difficulty is that Prophet Muhammad used so many different aliases.
Yeah.
And it's weird for someone who claims to be God, but maybe he never claimed to be God. Maybe
Yeah.
it's Elijah Muhammad who claimed that.
Because if you talk to like the 5%ers, a lot of 5%ers will say, they'll have maybe a little different perspective. They'll say, "Oh, Farad Muhammad came to America to, tell the black man about himself," and it kind of lines up with a lot of the, I guess, West African religions because they say, okay, the nations of gods and earths. I guess gods are since black men are the original people. I guess that's what makes them say, black men are the black man is God, and then the black men are gods or whatever, and then the black women are like the earth, kind of like the whole like Chinekwe, uh, you know, uh, I don't know if you've heard of that. That's like I think a word for God, like in the Alpha religion, where it is like a masculine and a feminine side. The masculine side is like the spark for creation, and the feminine side is the just like the earth and the universe and everything around it. And it was kind of interesting how I guess Farad Muhammad, that whole movement was based on people who in past generations were converted from the like past generations of the movement. They were converted from Hindu to Islam, and now you got people, these converts, generations later coming to America, and basically, and we don't know how much of that is true, from the 5% nation, but how they came over to America and actually ended up converting a lot of black people to Islam, and but to me it just, I don't know, it just seems kind of, I guess it was a product of the times and the environment, but to me it just never really made sense to take on like an Arabic name when like, and like a religion that's not really truly ours.
Well, look, the 5% is like I don't know if of truth is a good word. I don't really know if it has a negative connotation. But we have Clarence 13X, who
Mm-hmm.
was later known as Father Allah. He was a member of the Nation of Islam. Some people say that it was Malcolm X who kicked him out, but what he started teaching was different than the orthodox teaching of the Nation of Islam.
All
And
right, right.
apparently, he disagreed with the fact that Prophet Muhammad was God, because to him, Prophet Muhammad didn't look like an original man.
Mm,
So after he got kicked out, he was teaching the youth with his own spin, and
right.
that's how we have the 5%ers. The 5%ers have lessons. Now usually it's called the 120, and it's almost exactly the same as the NOI. Just a few words have changed.
Right.
So they don't necessarily take Arabic names.
Okay.
But a lot of them have Allah in their name, but many of them have English names, basically non-Arabic names. And some of them will say that they are not Muslims, but I don't know if they will say that they have a religion per se. I guess we will need to speak to them.
They
But
name a lot of yeah.
yes, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
They name a lot of like places in America after different places in Arabia, right?
Mecca, Medina,
Yeah. Medina is Brooklyn, I think, or something like that.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I think it's Brooklyn. Yeah. I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Of
just never.
course, there's the strong Muslim/Arabic influence indeed.
Yeah.
But in the hip hop world, a few people have been influenced by the 5%ers, and their stronghold, that's the proper term, it's definitely New York. Definitely New York. In Queens, Brooklyn, Queens, but other parts as well.
Yeah.
And even, for example, the rap group Fugees, their first album.
Now you're talking about that's they went to my high school.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. And so you are in Jersey, are you?
Yeah, I'm from Jersey. I'm in Jersey now. Yep. Yep.
But where are you from originally?
I'm from South Orange. That's where the Fugees are from.
Oh, I mean, like you like a full African American. You don't have any background.
I'm African American. My family's from the South though.
From the South. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in the song Vocab, they actually have a music video for it. When Praz is rapping, he mentions the 5%ers, But initially we have Islam. Then, have you had a chance to see my video entitled "Deception of Asiatic Black Man"?
Nah, I haven't seen it. I don't think I've seen it. But
well, it's in the description box or description section on most of my videos. So everybody's free to have a look. It's less than an hour, but we have the Masons.
The Masons, right?
And some Mason went to France and he saw a theme party, an Arabian theme, a party with an Arabian theme, and he was inspired. So when he got back to America, he told his fellow Mason, "Hey, we should do the same." And that's when we have the ancient Arabic order of the mystic shrine. They're basically known as the Shriners. And from the Shriners, derive those Asiatic Black men movements. And the symbolism is very clear. And I demonstrate that in that video entitled "Deception of Asiatic Black Men."
Okay.
If this guy, I think his name is Fleming, but I give all the references in my video. If this guy did not go to this Arabian theme party, he might have went to an Indian theme party. It would have been a different story. It was just a fate or coincidence. And Elijah Muhammad was a Mason. He said it.
He was a Freemason? Or was he a black
Elijah
Mason?
Muhammad, well, he used the term Mason.
Because there are two. So, there's the free, there's a white and a black one here in America.
Yeah, well, the Prince Hall Lodge, right?
Prince Hall, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it was back then, because as I understand that people are not allowed into the lodges. But
I have no idea when they started letting black people in. But
must be, some while later, some while after.
After Muhammad.
Elijah Muhammad?
Like they didn't when Muhammad was a Mason, they still weren't letting black people in, right?
I don't think they would. I don't think they were. I don't think. And when I say he was a Mason, I'm not saying that while he was leading the Nation of Islam that he was actually a Mason, but he said, "I was once a Mason." And Khalid Abdul Muhammad was a Mason as well. And well, actually, I showed that video where he's in a Masonic functional program,
Wow.
and he's introduced by his previous name, which was Rashidin,
Rashidun, yeah.
and the ancient Arabic order of the mystic shrine
Mm.
is mentioned by the guy who introduced us, Khalid. Baga never claimed or never said that he was a Mason publicly, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was. Now, if he wasn't, it doesn't make a huge difference. This Asiatic movement definitely derived out of the Shriners, and Shriners derived out of Masonry or Freemasonry.
Mm.
So our people just want to follow so much, and if they cannot get in the mix of other people's culture, then they have this habit of creating a culture that's patterned after
Yeah.
others, you know, and that's what it was for these movements. And going back to Far Muhammad, there's indeed the Ahmadiyya influence, like you
Yeah.
have mentioned. The Ahmadiyya had this guy, and I forgot his name is Ghulam, but he claimed to be the Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
And in my video, the session of Asiatic Black Men, I don't really know if I touched on that. I might have a slide about it.
Yeah.
But indeed, the Ahmadiyya movement was founded by Indians.
Yeah. Yeah. It was in response to the British occupation, right? Yeah.
Probably, but it might be part of that. But it was a religious movement that they claimed to be Muslim, and it's funny because there's a guy in the social conscious community who is an imam, Ahmadiyya imam, and I heard him once talking about somebody, and he said, "I'm more African than you."
That's the thing that's really weird to me, man. Like, so is it true? I guess it's true then that they came over and to tell the black man about himself. Then if a Ahmadiyya imam said that, right? Why
I'm
would
not
they,
too familiar with it. Go ahead.
like, why would they? I don't understand the connection there. What's the connection? I mean, okay, I know that we know that once a long time ago, I think like in late antiquity, you had, and I'm not exactly sure, but you had a black I think slave who was shipped to India who became a king. I forgot the dude's name.
Can you say that sentence again for me, please?
We had well, a long time ago in late antiquity, there was someone from central, like East Africa, I believe, a slave who got shipped to India and became a king. He was a slave that was shipped from Africa to India, and he ended up becoming a king, rising up through the caste system. And I forgot
Oh,
his
I've
name.
never heard of that. As Asiatic Lion in the chat, he wrote Malik Ambar.
Yes, Malik. Yeah, yep. I forgot what time period that was, but I don't know. Maybe if that has something to do with it. I mean, but that's so. What's the connection between the Ahmadiyya movement and Afrocentrism?
You know, movements sometimes they just want some people. So if they can say a few
Yeah,
things
they
to
can.
appeal
Yeah,
to those people, they will say a few things.
yeah,
But it's funny to me that we have someone who is part of Ahmadiyya, founded by some Indians, and one Indian guy who claims that he's the Messiah,
right.
and you follow that movement, and yet you're going to tell another black man that you're more African than him. And I can't remember it's because if it's because the other guy had a because of the name of the guy or something that he was following. But it is what it is. The,
That's
the
funny,
the
man.
reality is that, let me see, Malik, Ambar. The
Yeah,
reality is that this Abrahamic belief system have a very strong influence. It's been there for centuries,
yeah,
uh, at least
and,
a millennia, maybe
and
a couple of millennia, and now
yeah.
people don't want to let go.
And you mentioned the Rashidun, uh, and this association to the the Black Freemasons, right?
No, Rashidin. That was the name of Khalid Abdul Muhammad.
Rashidin.
Yes, Rashidin.
How do you spell?
I
That's the
think it's
name.
Rashidin. Rashidin.
That's the name of
Um,
Farad Muhammad.
do you know Khalid Abdul Muhammad?
Khalid. Oh, the one he was talking about in the chat,
Come
or
again?
the one the brother was talking about in the chat. Uh,
Yes, yes. He was the leader of the new Black Panther Party.
okay,
He's the one that got kicked out by Farrakhan.
I gotta look. I gotta look him up. I mean,
Yeah.
I gotta read up more. Okay, so he was part of the Neo Black Panther Party.
Yes, the new Black Panther Party, indeed, indeed.
Okay,
Uh,
I gotta read up on him. Khalid Muhammad, right?
yes. Well, the full name is Khalid Abdul Muhammad.
Right.
I did not know that Malik Ambar guy.
Yeah, it's a very interesting story. They got if you one of my favorite YouTube channels is called Kings and Generals, and they have a nice piece on him.
So he was from Ethiopia, apparently.
Yeah, and I don't know if he was part of the you know because of because of the Box Treaty, he got shipped up to Egypt or whatever, but he ended up somehow in India, and I'm not sure exactly the time period. You know, but it was an interesting story how he rose through the caste system and became a king.
Mhm. Oh, now, I just want to say something briefly. We have our brother Asiatic Lion, who wrote, "Does Ka and Ba originate with them?" Shaka, of course not. And this is something that is made very often. I hope the sound quality is okay. Just to double check it now. Let me check the sound quality. He ultimately, okay, so it sounds okay. Sounds okay. This is something that our people do all the time: linguistic gymnastic, linguistic acrobatic. And because some inaccurate information is being repeated, then I will repeat my stance on that. Ka stands for spirit.
Hmm.
Ba stands for soul, of course, in Middle Nature or hieroglyphic. Some people will say Ka stands for soul and Ba stands for spirit. Between soul and spirit, there's not a huge difference. So someone needs to explain to me how we go from Ka, meaning spirit, Ba, meaning soul, to Kaaba, meaning cube. Somebody needs to explain that to me. And as I've said a few times, I have not read all the Medu Netra texts,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't recall ever seeing Ka and Ba together. Those two words following one another. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I'm saying I've never seen it. But even if it does exist, someone needs to explain to me how. Someone needs to explain to me how we go from spirit, soul to cube. In different languages, you will have some words that are homonyms, so it doesn't mean that they have the same meaning. In Swahili, kaka means brother. In French, kaka means doo-doo. You see? So we cannot just jump on words that sound the same in different languages when their meaning are, are not the same, are not related, are not close. As a people, it will be good for us to refrain from doing that kind of thing. Because that's when you have some people who will just take words that sound the same or sound similar, and they will even go as far as using numerology and make some all sort of addition and subtractions to come up with some numbers that will suit their narrative. We should try to stick to facts. Oh, yeah, our brother joined us. Hotep, how you doing, brother Asiatic Black Man?
So
Hotep, brother Shaka.
You have
Hotep.
the Islamic background now. You used to have the red, but now you have the green.
Yeah, brother. Peace to you. How you feeling, bro?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good, good, beloved. Peace to the brother on the panel as well. Peace, brother.
how you doing? Peace, man.
All right. Yeah, I'm from Jersey too, beloved. Peace.
Oh, that's what's up. What part?
North.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, Shaka. You know I'm looking at it more as a cultural motif when we see the Ka and the Ba in Arabia. I do believe it has a cultural and linguistic, obviously, connection to Kemet.
Ka and Ba, huh? Now, what's the difference between?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead, brother.
What's the difference between spirit and soul?
It's a matter of nuance.
Yeah.
Right,
A
I
matter of
agree.
nuance.
But Shaka, quick question: is the Ka depicted uh as the raised arms, kind of like a
Yes,
goalpost?
like this.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
not
I
with
agree
you,
with
but
that.
like this.
But
Yeah.
you know, do we find that elsewhere? Is it just in Kemet, or
Yo, you
is it
find it. I'm sorry.
elsewhere?
You find it in Carthage too. Ancient Carthage, the symbol, the sign of Tanit. You've got that that stick figure with the hands raised up, right? And the moon on the top over the head. And they say Kemet, I mean
Ooh,
Egypt and ancient Carthage were definitely kind of related in that way. But there's so little on Carthage that we don't know.
that is
Now, you
that's
you know
crucial.
we found some Kemetic artifacts in lands outside of Kemet. Um, that particular thing from Carthage. I'm wondering, is it just that sign, or do we have hieroglyphs or the glyphs? Because in Hebrew, for example, uh, I've seen from the Paleo Hebrew or pictographic Hebrew, there's a symbol of a man with his arms raised like that. So I'm not sure if that depiction from Carthage is really the Ka symbol. I'm wondering if it's not just something that looks the same. But by any chance, do you know any name so I can look it up?
Of of that symbol,
Yes.
it's the sign of Tanit. Tanit.
Thank you. I'm just gonna have a look now. Sign of Tanit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. I
Yeah,
see. Yes. Well,
that's fascinating because we find it elsewhere as well. But indeed,
Yeah, it's very
you see,
interesting.
I want to share it so people can see it. Is it showing now? Yes, there it is. It's the
Yep.
one, is it?
Well, there's another one actually. They're supposed to have
Mm.
a there's supposed to be a moon over her head, and she's the goddess of I guess not God spirit or of fertility, I think. But she's supposed to have a half moon over her head. There you go.
Oh, that's from the British Museum.
Yup. And that half moon, I always thought that the half moon was, a little bit of a connection to the, her hands, and that kind of made her look like an ankh to me.
Well, the thing is that the car glyph is, oh, well, okay, never mind.
you see
The car.
just
Go ahead,
one
please.
quick comment up, Brother Shaka. You see
Yes, of
that
course.
that is strikingly similar to South Arabian Musnad, to old South Arabian Arabic called Musnad. Strikingly similar. Actually, we find almost the exact same motif in South Arabia with the
Yeah,
raised arms and the moon.
yeah. That doesn't surprise me. That's a good point though. And what is
Hmm.
this? And what does it mean in Musnad?
Actually, it's the it's the ka symbol. It's the symbol for for God, and it's in South Arabia actually on the in inscriptions in Musnad.
Oh, okay.
Now, the things that when it comes to the car glyph, it's not the same as what we have seen. The car glyph, that's just the arms. But there is like an anthropomorphic uh, figure or depiction, basically like the human body. And it's a demonstration once again. Sometimes some things might appear similar somehow, some way, but it doesn't mean that it's related.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Yeah, what do you guys know the time period for the
I
Phoenician?
Yeah, that
go ahead.
was back in the Phoenicians started Carthage. Carthage, the city, was founded in the ninth century, early ninth century BC.
Oh, this is in Carthage.
Yeah, Carthage, the city, Cart
Yes.
Kadesh, which means new city, was founded on the in Tunisia, like right there on the coastline, and I think they said 814 BC when they sailed from Tyre during the
Yes.
during the after the Bronze Age collapse. I think.
Okay. Right. So that's north. That's northwest Africa.
Right below Italy.
North North Africa. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting because it's strikingly it's very similar to the South Arabian Musnad. And what's also interesting is the presence of Minoans uh, in that area. You know, if we were to reference some other sources, but they were proven to be very highly melanated, tribes that were in the area of the Aegean, Crete, and moving up into the area that you mentioned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a shame though that we don't have too much on Carthage, because that'd be definitely something to look up.
Right.
But Sudan actually, South Arabia was, it was occupied by the Aksumites. Like the Ethiopians, like they occupied and took over that land. They had that land as a part of their empire for a while.
Hmm.
Southern Arabia.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Uh,
right before actually right before Muhammad, right?
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
The influence flowed back and forth from populations in South Arabia and the Hijaz and over into Ethiopia
Hmm.
for control of trade. In those days, the port of Barbara in Somalia was, a pretty bustling place for trade out of the Horn of Africa across into South Arabia, into Kemet. That was a big port, the port of Barbara in Somalia for African trade, powerful African trading port. But it's interesting as well that Malik Ambar was born in the Ad Al Sultanate. Not too long ago, Brother Shaka, I believe we had a discussion and we had touched on the Ad Al Sultanate.
Um, I don't really remember, but we probably did. Probably did.
He had a long life too, Ambar. Yeah, that happened actually in the not too long in the 17th century, early 17th century. He was king, so that was I don't know if he's got a connection to the Ahmadiyya movement, but
Um, I don't know if you can hear me now.
yeah, I
No,
can
he probably wouldn't have because
too
what's the
early.
time
Right?
period for Ambar?
Ambar's from he lived from 1548 to 1626, so it's probably too early.
Yes, yes. I have a few quotes that I wrote, but Ahmad. Oh, dang. Let me go back to my notes at the bottom. The Ahmadiyya, yeah, that has to be later.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is not the book I'm looking for. Um, ah, I don't have it there, but actually, I can look on Britannica. Ah, man, how to write it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's around 19th century, so
Yeah,
it's like 400 years later.
yeah.
I wonder. I think AG is trolling. I think it's trolling. So there it is. So is there anything else you'd like to touch on, brothers?
No,
Well, thank you for calling. It's a good look. It's much more convenient than me going through all the comments.
Yeah,
No doubt.
yeah. I'm gonna probably get some rest, but good luck, man. I mean, peace to you, man. Peace to y'all, brothers.
Peace, peace, brother.
Peace, Mr. Sharp.
All right.
Well, I'm going to get some sleep as well because it's 10 minutes to 2 a.m.
Wow. Yeah, peace to you, brother Shaka, man. Take care, brother.
Peace, peace. Thank you for calling. Well,
Yes, sir.
brothers and sisters, as you can see, whenever there's a sharing link, feel free to call in. I don't bite. I'll have the opportunity to check the sound quality. And stay safe, stay healthy. And if I'm allowed to by the nature, I will definitely holler back at you. Hotel.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving middle nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video, Kemet and Ma'at, Before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Neture classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class. And all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Neture class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at or my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/maatforever.